Where's the meeting? Good afternoon. We're going to call the meeting the Groton Traffic Authority order. Start with roll call. Chief LJ Rizar on here. John Burt, Town Manager. We also have in attendance Public Works.
Dean Slosky, Executive Assistant to Chief.
Sergeant Bedard with the Patrol Unit, Traffic Unit. Bruce Flax, President of Chamber of Commerce. And Officer Chief of Communities. All right, great. First order of business is approval of the minutes from our February 20th meeting. Didn't see any issues or concerns with it. With the motion that we approve it. Second. Later. Aye. Pass it. Public communications. The first item is 25-495, which is some correspondence we received about an additional Water Street crosswalk.
Officer.
So, Chief, I spoke with Adam Young about this matter initially to Bruce. And he said that he just had people coming from town asking him, will it be better for us to cross there rather than go to a crosswalk? I didn't think that was good for traffic and congestion in the afternoon. I spoke with the state too in traffic community. They heard the assessment that we should keep the crosswalk. There's a fire attacks. The one by West Main should not add it.
So their assessment from DOT and speaker would be
Kathy, it was somebody that worked in Kevin Ming's team.
Okay. And they concluded that they wouldn't support this.
Yes, so she said we'll have to get AD engineers involved. I told them my recommendation to LTA is that we don't, because it's too close proximity to the next crosswalk. She said generally I will concur with this.
So your recommendation to us is to take no action on that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I can circle that back to Adam Young, who was he was he was neutral either way. He just said, well, coming up to me and asking me, would that be something we could do? But it's too close to that possibility.
No action removed from research. The next item is 25-496 correspondence that we received from Thayer Mahan for crossing the crosswalk on Leonard Drive.
Yes. So in the packet, when the request came in, I did reach out to Greg in Public Works and Deb Jones in Planning and Development to see if the site plan had ever called for a crosswalk. It did not. And it even states that it looks like the town didn't even put in the sidewalks. It seems like it was privately done. So we don't have a problem with the crosswalk, but it would be more expensive because the town didn't require it. We're not saying no.
Are they looking to pay for it?
They are, and I put it on the agenda because I wasn't sure if he was going to show up or not, but he did indicate that he does understand. We probably wouldn't have a problem with it, and the cost would be on them. And he was off looking for us. One thing he did state, which I wasn't sure if the Director of Public Works was available or was aware of, he did say something about either having the work done or reimbursing the town to get the work done. So that would be the only thing there.
Yeah, you have to get a permit.
So
motion to allow it at their his expense with proper permitting. First, wants to bring up something under public communications. We can't take any action via special meeting, but really something to us.
thank you.
So I met with the chief over in Stonington, and they're the chief on the way about they're concerned about the crowd, side of the crowd. We're trying to make some amends to that. So one thing we're doing is they want to see if we can spread the crowd out from downtown at all. Yeah. So we're working with the Seaport and the program in there for people who want to there, and we're talking about maybe having gravel street closed the traffic so people could stand there, and I don't think it would be for a long period of time. The boat parade gets going between 6:15 and 6:30, so it usually ends by 7:30, 7:45. So we would just look for it to be closed to the traffic for the time to go creators.
So, I'm saying not taking action on it, but what would those times be that?
I would say, like, you know, the most would be 6 to 8. But if we're getting very specific, I'd say 6:15 to 7:20. We So I have the same concern, but we do work with them during the float swallow event, and they're pretty friendly to us. So I think their concern would be people going on the lawn, the grass, kind of like on Bay Street on the other side. So we could, have signs made like we do for Bay Street. And, but I'm not sure how they're going to react. So
Maybe we can put this as a regular agenda item. By that time, some of the pavement, yeah. Obviously, we have to have barricades. If we're down, we have to barricade.
I wanna say June 17th. This is a
This is
special
the late
meeting.
one.
This is a special, yeah, this
Or-
replaced April's.
We needed that sooner, would it be better? August?
June would be better for me.
Okay.
Yeah, June is good. 'Cause, they want to get things. And just as an off note, that we have a place for the.
Yeah.
We do.
What's that?
So it's going to be across the street from S&P in a private space in front of Municipal, right where Mallox is. And it's great. Like, we went to them and asked them, they said yes. And we're allowed to, we can actually keep it overnight and we have to move it around and probably so.
A little bit of a headache there.
Yeah. I think we've avoided a lot we went through a lot of headaches, but now our headache list.
So good solution.
Yeah. Perfect. So, yeah. That's it. All right.
Yeah, thanks for the invite to
Yeah.
downtown business thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got another one first week of July. So appreciate you guys attending. So
Anytime, of course, no, we get one, I mean, you get the friendly guy, you get me, either one of those.
I think appreciate you guys all being.
All right, thank you. Next item is old business.
I'll move one step.
Anything in the business?
No, that isn't gonna be addressed in the update. Not gonna be that much.
New business, the request for a tour Mystic proposal, I think we already.
Decided that it would not,
Contact them.
I did contact him. The only thing he had asked if I would send him a letter in writing that he would not need.
I think what we would send them is that we're going to act on it, because there's, I understand there's no.
Yeah, because now he has a registered vehicle for use.
That was the concern, chief, when he came. What kind of vehicles is he gonna have? Is it registered, insured, inside? Now he's got a passenger van that's gonna come in. There's one insurance and liability, so he's not gonna take anything out of the road.
So regulated by, so.
Yes, sir.
Other items of business, update on the status of pending requests 25-197.
I did want to put that on just because it is a special meeting, also to allow you to just update on a few things, some requests that we've made. One thing that I know is I have not heard back from the state on our request to look at the speed limit between Ocean View and Judson. But we did hear back about the no through traffic. No through traffic.
On the Dr. Water Street. So the traffic here says the sign to them is still under no decision. We're hoping the sooner the better for the long weekend, the summer traffic that will be big semis coming down Water Street. They said it's still on the.
Did you see the email? We had that email from DOT about crossings like by the bridge market and some of that.
Yes.
They wanted Did anybody respond to that yet? They want to know if there's been issues with people not, cars not stopping pedestrians.
I saw it. And I did respond to something.
Just want to make sure, yeah. you respond.
We'll follow up.
Well, the Bridge Market right down here.
Well, we asked for 3 different crosswalks, 2 in downtown Mystic. There were signalized crosswalks. There's crosswalks, but different signals for them. And so, yeah, so there's like 3 total. Just want to know, has there been issues with cars, not fully stopping when someone starts to step off? Yes, yeah. I know a lot.
I mean, that's part of the,
Yeah.
why the campaign came, so
Yeah.
the gentleman Jeff, that came to the last meeting, he requested sitting the ones by Elm Street and,
Yes.
Elm and High Street, the two crosswalks. He was hoping for some sort of signage there for the pedestrians to slow down.
I do have that partly ready. It does require an encroachment permit. So I've started it. I just need to get telephone pole numbers and distances on state routes, and then I'll be able to submit. And I'm gonna do it for 3. Route 1 in Elm, Route 1 in High, and BB Cove at Harbor. Yeah, and that's the, other than that, I've got pictures and requires an enforcement permit, even to put it in the middle of a crosswalk.
Not on here, no, local part, but there was a couple other, not gotten.
Spot. How do I get the most complaints about?
I did send something to DOT right after we had that meeting. Also, we did get a response from DOT, not on the agenda again, but we had some inquiries about Colgate Road, on Sundays, or traffic detail we have out there. Lieutenant Linda didn't know you about that.
I reached out to the state, I reached out to Kevin McGee. I don't know if it was somebody working with him or if he forwarded my email to someone else, but I did get a reply. They said that light on Colgate is part of a closed loop system, and they can't change that single light without changing the entire system. And they said at the moment it's currently working at peak performance, so they can't make it go any longer. But they did say that at the end of this month, they're finishing a research study for the lights right there, which they plan on starting a new project for replacing a bunch of the lights, so they aren't on a closed loop system. And I believe that's going to start in the fall. I could be wrong on that, but it's not set to complete until summer of 27.
So you and I are looking at that.
Yeah, something if I may add, Chief, to what the sergeant said. It seems like now I spoke to Kathy, the traffic engineer, running the crosswalks, and I would reach out to Kevin. So she said because of the due to the workload, all requests coming together right now are being delegated to the other traffic engineers within those.
Yeah, so there.
No, she said he's there. I spoke to her because we didn't get a response from him too, so I went back to what the sergeant said, and then she said no, he is getting everything. It's being delegated because we have so much on our plate. That's right.
Are there any other answers?
Don't ask me at RTL unless I just Packard and Howardville Road. There's right by this person lives right by the intersection there, and there's probably 4 signs. She says that her husband requested years ago for no parking along there. Can't be put in no parking. But she asked for if we could remove them. I have no idea. I just wanted to ask.
I do not believe, we did not do the window parking, we did no food trucks. I do remember that request, and we don't do the window parking.
She wanted to remove.
I'm thinking,
Yeah, I think it's on the actual Packard.
There is history there.
It was on the east end because that's where the no trucks are.
Yeah, I remember it. They wanted, because that's the peak, it's, if you're down at the end of Cow Hill, it's the right side, people will speed to avoid the light. And I know they had come there. Mostly going down the hill, if you have a red light, people will take that right on Packer, speed to get to Route 184 to beat everything. And I know they don't have this to do, but there is history there. I'll have to pull it.
We
The
can- we
husband's
can
no
follow-
longer, the husband's no longer in the picture, so she wanted to imagine maybe. Yeah, she does.
Would you like me to reach out to them? Sorry.
Okay.
Or
Maybe just first, yeah, if we can just remove them, if they are there,
that solves it.
yeah. I did.
So one thing that I had gotten out of it was, roundabouts are the way to go. It's the way to go. And another thing that was interesting, four-way stops. Four-way stops, there's more rear ending on four-way stops, so they do not recommend.
Yeah, we just had. Three of us were.
And DOT is gonna come in June, so there's gonna be 3 roundabouts potentially on Allen and, you know, the highway, so 2 at the exit and 1 by was Eddie Hollow. Yeah, DOT's gonna come, I can't remember if it's the first or second, how to present that to the council, but I'd like to get, you guys there, but also ambulance service. I'll get you.
So the DT are gonna present runabouts right there off the highway?
Yep,
Oh, interesting.
We got a pretty good plan for
single lane, it's about as safe as it comes.
it. If you think about, at first glance, you're like, I don't know if that'll work. Your presentation will do it.
They even said that at the webinar yesterday. You gotta tell the public, give them the facts, let them know. We do this, this is how it's gonna improve, and they seem to accept it more.
20 years ago, I was involved when everyone was unhappy with the report and then loved it after. I can't believe we're 20 years on, and people are still not looking proud of us. Now it's different when you get, is that for every lane beyond the first, it starts, the safety starts drastically dropping. So it's the single lane ones are the rules.
Stand adjourned at 3:21. Yeah, short meetings, good meetings.